I was in my office watching the debate, and I thought, well, if I really thought I was innocent, if I really thought there was nothing that really went with what the other side is claiming, if I really thought I needed to wipe the slate clean, if I really thought that sunlight is truly the best antiseptic, and forget about the organization, let's talk about the act. This is one of the most repulsive things you can watch. It turns your stomach to see our born. Listen, little boys and little girls being dissected and being sold. It's a criminal activity. So my question comes down to, and if you read rules for radicals, the best way to counteract a charge against you is to go after those who are attacking you and make them the bad person. I don't understand. In America's house, when we want to have a debate, when we want everybody in America to look at it and say, this was fair, we're talking about an investigation that if we are false, if the claims are false, it would wipe the slate clean. Most people who think they've been wrongly accused of something say, bring the facts out, let everybody see them. Let's have the conversation, let's have the debate, let's really determine if this is really going on. Only someone who's afraid it may go against them will say, no, you can't do this. I want to tell you, as far as women are concerned and a war on women, I am the father of 4 children, 3 boys and 1 girl. But I have 10 grandchildren, 6 girls and 4 boys. There is not one of them that when it comes to how much I love them, it is gender selective. I love them all in the same way. And in a country that has always stood for human rights, in a country that's always stood for others, for the most vulnerable. And I will not disguise it and not say it's not what I am. I am, from conception to natural death, I'm in favor of life. I will always be in favor of life. But to have this debate today, to say that you can't possibly do this because it's a Republican agenda, because it's a war on women. If anything, this is a war for women. We have got to protect these people. And if there's anything that's a preemptive strike in the war on women, it's gender-selective abortion.
Gentleman's time has expired.
I yield the gentleman an additional minute.
Gentleman's recognized for 1 minute.
Thank you, gentlelady. I would just ask all members, not as Republicans and not as Democrats, but members of the human race, and for a House that just abhors what's going around the world and saying this is horrible what's going on, and we won't ever let this happen in our country. Why would we be having this debate today? If you really want the slate to be clear, if you really want the world to see that there's nothing going on here, then let's have an open investigation. And so at the end of the day, I don't care what organizations, they can walk away and they said, see, we proved that we aren't who they say we are. This is just so simple. Why would you argue against it? It actually works to their advantage. If it's not true, if it is true, then why in the world would we use taxpayer money, hard-earned American taxpayer money, to fund illegal and criminal activity? That's just not who we are as Americans. I yield back.